Hey kids, Invertical here. Welcome back to Project Ozone 2. We're going to pick up, we're going to not touch that button. Okay, we're going to pick up kind of where we left off in the last episode. We got the solar generator working, and we're still dealing with not enough power here on base, but we're also dealing with another couple of issues that I've been putting off for a long time. The first of which is the pneumaticraft. I started on this. I was really looking forward to having this turn into something good, and I ran into a problem. I need to make LP gas to make plastic. Now it's fairly simple. All I have to do is get sufficient amount of heat to melt the plastic into boil the oil into LPG gas in the refinery, and then melt it into plastics. Not a big deal, right? Well, I put lava underneath it and it turns into obsidian. I went and I made a bunch of glass panels and glass covers, and I put a chute here so that I had a place for it to drop down. I put a glass thing underneath there, and I went and grabbed some of my blazing pyrotheum that I have over here. That also immediately turns into obsidian. It got this one nice and hot. This was all the way up to full temperature. It was doing great. This didn't even get warm because this was obsidian, and by the time I batted down all the fire that started out here, this was obsidian, and I had one block of stone here. So I went to the nether and I figured, okay, I'll try something else, and I picked up some netherrack and I put the netherrack underneath here, and it got it up to 64 degrees. Yep, 64 whole degrees, and that was it. So I've been scratching my head trying to figure out how to get this sufficiently hot to do the thing that I needed to do. And I came up with another idea. So we're going to tear all of this apart, including the netherrack. Take this machine and one compressor, pipe, and I'll leave these vortex tubes. These are useless for me right now. And I've already gone in and I've set up where I wanted to work. But you guessed it, the only place I can think of that has sufficient heat. See you on the other side. Welcome back to the nether. As I said, I've done a little setups here. I've just basically made a little platform out over top of the lava. It's directly over top of the lava. Give myself a bit of a walkway, put some lights up, that kind of thing. Now if I come out here, okay, magnets on. So if I break these stones, they're right literally on top of lava. Now I thought maybe just having this sitting out here would be sufficient, you know. Refinery out here, maybe it'll get warm. Well, it never gets hotter than 22 degrees. So for some reason, the nether is not 22 degrees. But if I set it down over top of the lava, it'll get warm. And then it'll turn the lava into obsidian. And that does me no good either. So our final option is to combine. And you'll excuse all the noises from the lava here, but a little bit of fire, the extra heat from the nether, now we should be getting hot enough. Come on, you got hotter than that on the first try. That's going to make a liar out of me, right? 62 degrees and holding. 63 degrees. Don't know how they expect this to actually get warm. I really don't. I wonder, can I put these side by each? Or I do. Let's just take care of a little business here. Now this is almost hot enough. Let's cool the whole thing to 55. Interesting. $83. 5. Okay, so now that is now hot enough to cook the oil. Should be hot enough now to cook the oil. Are you kidding? What do we need for temperature here? This is unbelievable. This is really, really starting to become very unbelievable. flickered over 100 there. Briefly flickered over 100. Try to put just a little bit more fire in here. Starting to show up here now, finally. Finally have achieved LP gas. So there you go. Anybody who's been fighting with this like I have been. Here's how you make oil, crude oil, into LP gas with Nematocraft. Kerosene, empty kerosene, gasoline, LP gas, and it's slow. It is very slow. Not enough heat. Apply more heat generating blocks. Yeah. I don't know how you can generate more heat on this machine. So I'm going to let this cook, pun intended, for a few minutes, and see about setting up these other two machines that I need to set up here. This requires pressure, this doesn't, right? Right. There's LPG. Not sure how I'm going to draw that kerosene out of there yet. Deal with that in a bit. Alright, now in the real world, perfectly good, safe thing to do, have liquid petroleum gasoline and crude oil hanging around in a place on top of a bed of lava surrounded by open, untamed, uncontrolled fire. This makes sense to me, doesn't it? Okay, we've been letting this run for a while. Here we've got some LP gas, I've got some gasoline, I've got some kerosene, and some diesel fuel running. I managed to get a little bit of LP gas in here. I did do a little kind of looking at some of the information and stuff. One of the things it says that this thing will do is turn gasoline into LPG. So theoretically what you could do is take gasoline from the Billcraft refinery, pump it into one of these, and then pressurize it into LPG gas, and then pump that into another one, and then pump that into the plastic mixer. I wanted to try the kerosene because I've made these kerosene lamps, which I don't have on me right now, which are supposed to be really good, large, like bright lamps, like a Wraith lamp or whatnot. So this requires LPG gas and coal to turn into liquid plastic. Now it only takes a little bit of LP gas to make a whole bucket of plastic, which is really handy because this stuff is annoying. I don't know an easy way to transfer it, so we'll just pump it straight over. And then the plastic mixer requires lapis, red, and green. I went and I collected some Technicolor essence, and I can make the different colors of dye. I can't make lapis here, so I have to remember to bring lapis with me. But that puts all green in it. Now, if I want to make anything, I need green plastic. And you just basically click on the ones you want, and boom, there's your plastic. Make black. Oh, I'm out of... I see. I'm out of plastic. So you can do that until you run out of plastic. So it's fairly easy to make the plastic. It's just a matter of actually having the different dyes and the liquid fuel. Now this is the biggest problem, is getting the liquid fuel and the use of coal. It's 1 coal per bucket, which basically means you're chewing through coal pretty quickly. Very little pressure is actually required. I give it a tap with the thing, and that's it. So now this is filling back up again. Now I want some black and some blues, 3 or 4 of each. Eventually I'm going to need the rest of these. Will be needed for other things. So I've chunk loaded this, and I can let this kind of run while I'm in the overworld, so it's not a big deal. But let's look up at PNEU. Okay, I want to make this Amadron tablet. I need an air canister, redstone pressure tube, pressed ingots, GPS tool, red floral So I need 4 red. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gray. So gray, I need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. I need more of this. For now, this is the way things have to work. Oops, that was a little bit of hot fire. Go into there. There. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. I see that stupid thing. 4 red. I've only got 2. I am not going to have enough plastic. Very expensive, time-consuming, and somewhat frustrating way to make plastic. So I'm going to have to get some coal happening here. I'll come back with that and punch these out. So there we have it from the Pneumaticraft factory of blazing hot love plastic. Yeah, blazing hot love plastic factory. I'm going to say thanks all for watching, kids, and good night for now.